Now, you genuine love respect. My content is not for everyone, and that's okay. I had to let go what wasn't serving me. Certain folks will never understand the obstacles I was willing to choose me. I couldn't overlook me. I had to understand my growth when it came to my mental health. I couldn't lose myself another day, become my worst enemy. I understood the even exchange to endure the pain. I had to actually feel to understand to heal that wound. I had to heal childhood trauma that went into my adulthood. Certain folks will never understand my love language at the end of the day. When it came to my riddle, hold on one second, I was truly going through it that day. Do you know how it feels to not hear I love you from the person that's supposed to protect you? Laughing in your face, it wasn't an even exchange. That childhood trauma went into your adulthood. Yo, that shit was real. And I say that respectfully. I was only operating out of love. I couldn't understand lust. But folks was playing with spoken and toxic way to go up against me, allowing me to feel like I was supposed to become my own worst enemy. But I overcame that cycle at the end of the day. The devil trying to take over me. That energy has different. When you overcame so many obstacles that hold on one second, you passed on living your reality today. Certain folks are supposed to be part of your journey, and that's okay. Certain folks didn't want you to elevate. They had so much excuse why they didn't know how to love you, don't respect you. When you showed up for folks, when they took your kindness or weakness, I ain't have to disrespect you. I ain't have to lie on your name at the end of the day. I was only operating out of respecting you. But you try to shortchange me, trying to be disloyal. Hold on one second. When you realize that if someone can't respect you first, they don't deserve your loyalty when it comes to the mature version of yourself today. The energy is different. That's what growth stands in position when you understand your faith. When you look in the mirror, that hold on one second. Yeah, they said that you was a mistake, but when you look at yourself, hold on one second. God created you special and different, allow you to believe in your faith, and you wasn't a mistake. Regardless of who overlooked you, gave up on you during your journey, you overcame all those obstacles to better yourself when it comes to your mental health. You're man and you're worthy. You ain't get discouraged another day. You're becoming your worst enemy. You understood why God closed certain doors in your life. You wasn't out here energy harvesting off of innocent people's energy. You know how to treat them right. Even when it wasn't for you, at the end of the day, you wasn't wrong for speaking up for yourself when you didn't have ill intentions. They try to paint you out to be the villain in their story, but hold on one second. God was always in the room when you don't worship the devil. You don't energy harvest off innocent people's energy. You wasn't trying to destiny swipe with folks at the end of the day because you had that light within you that God installed within you. Hold on one second. They would never understand your position. Elevation, growth. Hey, neighbor, you chose yourself today. Another day of greatness that you allowed yourself to believe in your faith, regardless of who gave up on you, overlooked you during your journey. You man, you're worthy. You wasn't out here destiny swiping, energy harvesting, playing with spoken in a toxic way for you to be bent out of shape. They was playing with spoken in a toxic way. They wanted you to be mentally unstable. They even try to drug you at the end of the day, try to lace your weed or whatever the case may be. It'd be the train of thought for me. When you all grow certain mindsets, at the end of the day, they would never understand elevation, what you went through that day. Confidence look good on you. Healing trauma pain is not a race overnight process. I'm not your G1 respect. Today's currently March 17th. Always be yourself. Never feel wrong for space. Being your authentic self. Certain folks ain't going to agree to respect you. But when the right ones truly show up for you, they ain't going to go against you. That energy is different when it comes to elevation. When you're past on living your reality today, you ain't have to project pain. It was an even exchange. What you overcame. That hold on one second. I actually understood my testimony that day. Never give up on yourself, and I say that respectfully. Regardless of who's rooting for you, regardless if your past try to blackmail you, to paint you out to be the villain in their story, they try to disrespect you, to get you out of character, when they try to antagonize you, trying to paint a false narrative at the end of the day when they was behind the scene playing with spoken in a toxic way, and you wasn't going to tick for tack with these folks. You understood your mental health when it came to bettering yourself. Yeah, your neighbor going to say all these lies or whatever the case may be. You was too loud. You was disrespecting them. Hold on one second. But you understood your conscience that day. You was being your authentic self where you pay your rent at. Folks swear that you be talking about them when you say neighbor, but hold on one second. Damn, neighbor, I was just in my own lane, elevating something that you couldn't get in tune with self-love. I'm not your genuine love respect. Always be yourself, and I say that respectfully. You'll be so surprised when we try to suck at your conscience when it comes to elevation, what you meant that day. You ever told somebody that you wanted to change yourself, to better yourself, when it comes to, hold on one second, self-awareness, to love yourself? They laughed at you in your face, but it wasn't even exchange because you had to endure that pain. You understood growth because you actually meant what you said that day. Healing, trauma, and pain is not a race overnight process, and you chose you not to overlook you. And all the right people actually overflowed your cup of respect, and they actually treated you right with no malicious intentions, let alone you have to take your kindness or weakness. That energy is different. Real recognize real. What up, neighbor? Say real recognize real. What up, neighbor? Elevate. They would never understand your love language. Self-confidence going within. To better yourself, to love yourself, not to dim your light. Hey, neighbor. Hey, neighbor. Catch your blessings right to left. Understand confidence. Hold on one second. It wasn't an even exchange. Until the day you realize, hold on one second, I gotta choose me today. And you still being patient with your process when it comes to healing. Childhood trauma that went into your adulthood. You didn't overlook you on the day to dim your light. You matter, you're worthy. I'm not your general respect. Everybody expresses themselves different. Art is beautiful when you truly go within to understand the vision that certain folks can't relate to. Entertainment purposes only. I'm not your general respect. Always be yourself. Thank you for your time. Stop the violence. Today is currently March 17, 2025. Thank you for your time. Have a good day.